Hi, this is Summer with Being on Purpose, and today I want to share with you how the mind of a non-procrastinator works. So this is going to give you something to aim towards and to know if you are thinking like a non-procrastinator. So one of the first things, definitely one of the first things to notice is that a non-procrastinator will enjoy and find play and pleasure in the process of doing whatever it is that they're doing on the way towards achieving some goal or achieving some type of milestone. So this is very important because that's really going to make things easier to move along and to go and get things done, is when a person is just in flow and they're just enjoying what it is that they're doing and finding the sheer pleasure and enjoyment in doing the activity. Of course, it's easy. And then not being tied to what's going to be the outcome of this particular activity, and knowing that just building the skill or practicing or just doing it is intrinsically motivating and fulfilling in itself. So that's the number one thing and the number one difference, I would say. And the next thing is to know that performance is not tied to self-worth or lovability. So a non-procrastinator is happy to make mistakes and learn from them. And although there might be some fear involved with trying something new, or there's still the risk of looking silly and I guess all the social aspects that go with that, of potential rejection and that type of thing, a non-procrastinator knows that these feelings will come and go and not to be so overly concerned with them. And so they keep going anyways, and they know that their self-worth and lovability is defined internally and not based on how they are performing this particular action. So they can go ahead and separate performance from self-worth and lovability. And so self-acceptance is a really big part of that. And so a non-procrastinator is always working to boost up internal resources, the ability to define your own self-worth, lovability, self-esteem, confidence. Once you can define your own safety and security and self-worth, really after that, everything else sort of becomes much easier to continue to practice and gain more internal resources. So that's something that a non-procrastinator is always, I guess, gaining or working on, or has learned how to do that. And so going along with all of this, a non-procrastinator is happy to ask for help and happy to actually seek out mentors and look for people to learn from in order to develop better skills and practice more and make more mistakes and get feedback from experienced people on how they can do better in this particular performance. And the last thing that a non-procrastinator knows how to do and has mastered the skill is of setting boundaries. And so knowing, there's certain times when they are going to work on things that are going to get them to their goals and not feel like they have to do things for other people. So a lot of times a procrastinator will say, oh, I can be very productive and I will get things done for other people all the time, but I never do things for myself to help me achieve my goals or to help me move forward in life in the way that I'd like to be moving forward. So that's a big thing, is boundary setting, and realize why you're doing something and not just simply doing everything else for other people, although that's an important aspect of life to build healthy relationships. But at the same time, being able to set boundaries and say, okay, sometimes, right now, this chunk of time, I'm going to block this off and I'm going to work on doing this for me, and not feeling guilty or not feeling bad about doing this thing for themselves that's going to be loving to them and move them forwards in life. So those are some of the ways that you can know if you're thinking more like a procrastinator or thinking more like a non-procrastinator. So keep that in mind, and you could also use it as a set of goals to say, how much more closely can I be thinking in this pattern? And then I'll know I'm on my way towards no longer procrastinating and no longer leaving things in my way. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel, visit my website, and check out the description down below, leave comments, and I will see you in the next video.